Good morning, everybody. This is Christy from the Be the Light YouTube channel. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love. I first want to apologize for not really making up-to-date, significant videos. A few of the ones that I have been posted for the past few days have been ones that I have had in store. Lessons still. Very important still. If you receive them, I appreciate that. I have wanted to give to you all, but because I am going through major upgrades, and I know the world is, and I have been trying. Thankfully, I'm at that point where I don't feel guilty. I want to give to you, but I know that there's just a time of being still. And it's so important. And I know a lot of you are experiencing the same exact thing that I'm going through. I see it being written in groups when I pop in, and I can't give. I just can't. And so I do apologize for that. But even in your journey, you need to take the time to be still. When things are high and intense, and there's pressure, stop relying on outside sources. That's where a lot of confusion and conflict is going to come into play. When you are still, you allow more light in. Light gives you understanding. And so what I have seen has been truly grand. I am not going into great detail about all of this, as I am still going through symptoms and yet great beauty as a result of what we're experiencing here. So the Sri Yantra is a sacred symbol that has been here, I don't even know, beginning of time perhaps. It consists of 4 sides if you have the square, and on the outer edges has what symbolizes 4 gates. Outside of those squares, you have inside the square, some you will have a circle, some you will just have the 9 triangles, 4 pointing upward as in the masculine energy, and 5 going downward as in the feminine energy. And in the dead center is what I have been talking about in a couple of my videos, the bindu. All of this, though, connects the golden diamond chakra. You know, our process through opening, receiving, learning, trusting, receiving. I think I already said receiving. You will be guided through the cosmos of infiniteness that allows you to tap into all forms of creation, all types of information. But if you are limited, because you are limiting your experience, because you are afraid of information other than the information that you have been given, like a lot of religious people will not go out of their own religion, their own teachings, even whatever they believe, other than what they have been taught themselves. They will not go outside of that box to understand another individual or to understand another type of religion. That's going to limit your experience. It's also limiting your heart. That's the main thing. It's limiting your mind, and it's limiting your heart. It's limiting your complete existence. I had to really work at this in my life. Thankfully, I haven't really been truly poisoned by religion, yet I have been tainted by my own personal life experiences, which kept me away from really having. I feel blessed, though, that I didn't conform to a religious group. I was baptized when I was 20. I wanted to belong to churches. I wanted to have that type of understanding or belonging to something. But it just never felt right. It never clicked. And I am thankful today that I never conformed, because it keeps me open to all forms of religion, the goodness of what other, not religion, the goodness of all other teachings from different regions of the country, of the world, that I have refrained from knowing. I have a long history with Egypt, and my roots are taking me back to that. So the Sri Yantra does connect you to the universe by the connection of the bindu chakra. And of course, there are other chakras that come into play with all of this. The Sri Yantra is the heaven as above and so below kind of a symbol. And that's where I'm going to leave that. People tend to use the Sri Yantra, though, as a manifestation tool. You will hear that probably along your journey, or have heard about it. Here, meditate on this, and you shall receive divine wealth. Well, you know, there's a lot more to it. Just like in my other videos when I talk about laws of attraction. You have to think it, believe it, to actually attract it. And if you have any limiting beliefs within your 7 chakras, you're not going to attract the life that you want. The healing process brings you to your divine being, which brings you into alignment with the universe, which when you are in alignment with the universe, you create without limits. So enjoy your ride. Don't try to manifest before the time is there. Whatever comes into your life until you are in alignment with the universe, it is there for you as a result of what you are currently doing. It is, hey, keep going, or here, you need to learn. The universe will always praise you for your steps and will always give you things to help you learn. And so after seeing the Sri Yantra symbol, I saw the flower of life with a huge strand of DNA that was interlocking with it. And here's the thing, thousands and thousands of people, men and women, carrying their luggage headed towards the flower of life. Then after that, I saw thousands and thousands of angels flying down, swarming and swooping and circling in all directions in celebration. And after that, I saw humans in their form celebrating, throwing up balloons, their hats, like in a form of graduation. And then I was given some words. Now let me interpret this for you. Because we are now connecting with the universe. And I know I have given you types of information previously about us uniting with the universal energies, with us integrating our higher selves. That is all. That's the stuff that I gave you a heads up on. We tap in to higher energies. We tap into higher chakras every time we are at a level. So we are integrating and we are receiving and we are tapping into more at the same time. That's why things can become so heavy or feel so overwhelming at times, because we are not really at one level. We are dealing with 3 at the same time. So don't get swallowed up in, well, she said this before. Well, yeah, I have, because that was information of where we are headed, okay? We are always tapping into the higher level in a certain level. But to be at a level, I will talk about the next level. Yet I will always come back and talk about the level we're at, and quite possibly the level that we're integrating. Because everything comes into play. We will have a symptom for the level we're integrating. We will have information for the previous level, and we will be dealing with what's going on within this current level. It's massive, it's huge, it's lengthy. So what I am understanding from this is that we are all now lining up with creation. And the people who were moving into the flower of life is that we are all going back to our roots. Our roots are our true selves. However it is supposed to be for each individual person here. It is remembering who we are in the eyes of God, Source, Light. And we as human beings, I think, are shifting because of, I know I am. I have never had any doubts about where we are going. That light is winning. I know some people have them doubts because they feel so heavy. But the truth of it is that we all know that we are waking up and we are celebrating internally. Whether or not we are experiencing great heaviness because of our symptoms or because of other people's symptoms too, we know we are winning. And the angels are celebrating, the heavens are celebrating with us. Now we're at this point, and there's something that's called Rite of Passage. And God took me back to Egypt because I resonate with Egypt. And there's a lot to this that I can go into detail about, and I'm going to keep it simple. The Rite of Passage is the baptism. A baptism has gone back even to the Egyptian times prior to Christ being here. They used to dip their people, their sacred ones, and initiate them into their divine selves in the Nile River, or within the temples where the Nile River would flow into the temples, and they would dip them in. We are being baptized now. Some of us are experiencing more higher states of bliss. Yet some of us are still experiencing hot, cold, that burning internal flame of the Holy Spirit. That fire, yet the cooling. Because it's water. It's fire and water. You get that? The Holy Spirit is a fire. You know, I didn't post this yet, but Christ comes in fire. And we are being baptized with the holy water. And it's being really felt now in our crown, all over. And the symptoms can be endless here. And I'm not going to talk about the symptoms. You know what you're going through. I don't need to aggravate your symptoms, exasperate your symptoms by talking about them. I know what I'm going through. We know that when we are increasing, we have some sort of symptom to go along with it. Some sort of effect, a cause and effect that goes along with it. I'm asking you to not talk about it. Let it be. Breathe through your discomfort if you are having any. It is a blessing that's being bestowed upon you, a great one. And you should love this very moment. No matter how intense it is, how heavy you may feel, how low, if you have to sleep it away, then you do it. You do it with love. You have to do it with love, because the love is the gratefulness for it, for what you are about to receive. Gratefulness for what you're in, because of the gratefulness you are going to receive. When you forget to be grateful, you kind of push off what is rightly yours, because that means you're not ready for it. You haven't been understanding. You don't believe in the divine being that you truly are. You're forgetting that connection there. In order to bring your divine self in, you have to love it, her, him. And it means loving every moment with all intensity, as best as you can. If you feel lacking in any way, watch your words. If you feel heavy in any way, watch your words. I'm just going to stay in today, because I am upgrading. I am receiving something. I need time to be still. Whatever it is, change your words to really reflect love in every aspect. It's loving yourself and also loving others with your words. That means you're also, when you love yourself and others with your words, you're saying that what is coming to you, you are worthy of. If you are speaking in terms of lacking, pain, discomfort, aggravation, heaviness, you're saying, without being aware of it, that you don't want it. You're not ready to receive it. And you're going to have to continue with this lesson until, in time, you can be impartial to heaviness and whatever it is. It just is. This is the way it has to be. Can you accept that this is the way that it has to be for you to have what is rightly yours? This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.